Welcome back! It's been one whole year since my comic art journey truly began, and with a new year comes new goals. So, why not come along on the ride with me? See how it goes? Or maybe how it doesn't go? Let's see. So last year, you might remember that I actually started with a weekly redraw of Mad Max. And it was pretty good. I could see my progress week to week. However, when you're drawing a character every week that you're not particularly attached to, it sort of got a bit boring. So, this time I've come with a plan. Step 1, full page illustrations. And by step 1 I mean actually finish things. I know as artists we're terrible at finishing things and it's like a bad word, but I intend to try and do that. And to convince myself to actually finish the drawings, I'm going to link it with my favourite media. Particularly games, because my Steam backlog has gotten ridiculous. So, if I can hit two birds with one stone, draw more, finish more, and play more games and actually finish them, then I'm on to a winner, I think. So I'm going to be drawing my favourite games, sort of like in a cover or a full page style. I haven't really quite decided yet, but it gives me an opportunity to link things together that I absolutely love. Step 2, less digital and more traditional. One thing I've discovered lately is that I really don't enjoy digital art as much anymore, and I much prefer traditional art. When I was drawing my first full page illustration, my plan was to take it into Procreate from a blocked out pencil phase and then ink and maybe even colour it in there. But after 7 or 8 different times with different brushes in Procreate and trying different things, I just couldn't get into it. It sort of like lost something, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I went back to paper and I was absolutely loving it, And I can't tell if it's something to do with me that I'm just not enjoying traditional, or if I just absolutely love the dopamine and risk of pen on paper and the permanence of it. Step 3. Inking. And the previous step sort of brings me forward to this step, which is to ink more. I am in no way, shape or form an inker, and as of right now I definitely don't intend on trying to be one either, but I feel like it's such a big wide world of knowledge and learning that I haven't even really dipped my finger into, that this is one thing I'm definitely going to explore. And I'm definitely going to be inking my own work, but I intend to do study sessions where I print out the pencils of other artists and have a go at inking them, and maybe compare it to, fully inked work in the finished comic book to see what I can learn and what differences they were and what choices they made. Step 4, studying evolved. Now, studying comics is my comfort hobby. I can take a comic book, sit down, and just study for hours. However, I'm not actually putting it to use. I'm not actually putting it into my own work, which is why, for me, studying evolved is one of my steps. I'm going to be studying like I do, but I'm actually going to take it into my own work directly and immediately after to try and cement those learnings. Step 5, a foray into colouring. Now, I am guilty of this in that I've had a hoo-hoo and Copic markers for around 5 years now, and I have used them, just not ever for comic art, weirdly enough. So this is definitely on the lower end of the priority list for me, but it's something that I want to explore a little bit, because I have them on my shelf, they've been staring me down, and I really just need to pick them up and give it a go with comic art. Get over that fear, I think. I'm going to try and be totally realistic about it. With using Copic markers and hoo-hoos and coloured pencils, it's going to be on doodles. I'm probably not going to do my big full page illustrations coloured, because A, I am a scaredy cat, and B, digital for me is just a lot easier in that regard. I can change things quite easily, so it's not going to be my main focus. It's going to be quite low on my priority list, but hopefully I'll learn some things. So that's my list of hopefully manageable art goals for 2025. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is there something I'm missing out on? what's on your list? I really want to know, and we can compare and see how our progress is going together. Until next time, keep on sketching.